How often would a treatment plant need to be maintained?
Maintaining a wastewater treatment system, we normally define this into two separate areas. We have the servicing side of things, where we would like an engineer to attend the site, check on the treatment process, just to say that the system is doing as well as it should be, check on the wear of the components, all this sort of thing. And we generally like to see that happen on a domestic system once a year. With the commercial side of systems, you generally want to have a minimum of 2 per year, just to make sure, of course, that the larger system, it's got kind of more working components. We generally need to have more visits. And then building on that one step further, when we start talking about additional modules, where we talk about potentially phosphorus mitigation and stuff like that, we generally like to incorporate potentially 3 or 4, just because of the parameters of discharge, where we need to basically ensure we're really conforming the best that we can be. We of course need the treatment plant to be working at its optimum level. So depending on whether it be domestic or commercial, it steadily increases in terms of what we need to achieve from the treatment plants. The second side of that is the de-sludging interval. With de-sludging, we'll generally get a system size in place, and you'll get a technical data sheet supplied, certainly with one of our systems, which will tell you what the de-sludging interval may be. Generally with de-sludging, it's generally the size of the primary catchment chamber. That basically dictates the size and the frequency of that we would need to de-sludge. With domestic systems, it's generally every 12 months. And then with the commercial side, may drop down to, again, every 6 months, or potentially 4 or 3 months. So I think it's quite important to remember, though, that if you have got a servicing set up on a system, it's kind of important to go and do the system servicing first before you then have the tank emptied. To basically get an understanding of how well the treatment plant is performing, we need to have, of course, sludge within the tank. So if we have the tank emptied prior to going to do a system service, of course, we haven't got a fully working treatment plant. So it's kind of good to stagger the two, just to ensure that, we're getting the best understanding of how well the treatment plant is performing.
Perfect.